Welcome back. Today I'm going to introduce you to some tools for measuring the sound or the voice of the flute. They're free. They can be very technical. I don't want to suggest that I utilize all these tools to make flutes. However, what I've found over the last several years is variables have not been, defined or shown. Mathematically, yes, they have. But I'm not real bright when it comes to math. So I like seeing is believing. And so the tools I want to show you are designed primarily for me to learn more about how a flute works. What are the factors which contribute to the voice of the flute? It's not really about how to make a flute, but how to gain more information or how to get control of the craft. The most important aspect of making a flute is to tap into what's in here, what's in the heart, what's in the spirit of who you are. That's what Native Americans always did. They consulted the Great Spirit. They consulted their hearts, what they knew to be correct. So anyway, I've got primarily two inexpensive, well, they're free, they're not inexpensive, software programs that I'm going to demonstrate. First, I'm going to demonstrate the equipment in this video. One of them, the function generator or tone generator, I don't use it for anything. However, because it's an Android application, I want to show you what's available for Android. And then the other is an oscilloscope program. I've looked at programs all over, and this is the finest oscilloscope program I've run in to date, because what it does, it shows the percentage of harmonics that are produced in the flute. And by utilizing a tone generator with the oscilloscope simultaneously, you can see what a pure tone looks like. Then we'll take a look at some other sounds and what they look like. Anyway, I think that's about it for the moment. I'm going to pause and set up the other equipment. Okay, this is a Chewy tablet. I saw the Chewy computer on YouTube and I thought, well, I'd like to try one of these out. It's a high quality tablet for under $200. It performs excellently or extremely well. What's really sweet about it is it boots up in Android, which is what we're looking at right now, and it also boots up in Windows 10. Now, the tablet comes straight from China, and you can order it from China, but the 7 to 12 days shipping and handling is a bunch of crap. I ordered it. It took a month for it to arrive, and they sent the wrong keyboard because I'd ordered a keyboard with it as well. Customer service takes 2 or 3 days for them to respond. Customer support, for all practical purposes, I call it 0. However, it's a nice tablet. It works Android very, very well. So the program I'm going to introduce today, and there's 2 or 3, probably the nicest programs are made by Coolsoft, Keuwlsoft. And this is a function generator program. Basically, it creates a tone. was A440. We're going to use that tone in conjunction with the Oscilloscope program. All you have to do is go to the Google Play Store. You can download it for your smartphone, and they have several other programs as well. Let's see, clear that one out. One that I do use frequently is this frequency counter, and that'll be used. Now it's shown horizontally here, but I have to rotate the tablet up. Shows you that it's truly designed for a smartphone. It shows a very close count on a very precise frequency count. Shows the voice or the audio waves. That's a pretty sweet little program we'll use later. If you're a flute player, how do I get this? I get confused because it's rotated. It has an X, no, that's, well, another nice part. There's a G strings tuner, which shows frequencies as well as the tuning. That's very handy. It's accurate. A free tuner. What else we have on Android here? We've got a metronome, and that's a handy little program. And it has mixers and mics, Wi-Fi analyzer. There's a number of different programs that are available for Android that you just can't find for Windows. Anyway, that's enough on the function generator. Gonna load that up, and then I'll show you next. I'll show you the Oscilloscope program. Previously, I was showing you the function generator, and that's an Android software program. You could utilize it with your smartphone. It creates a pure or a fairly pure sine wave. And this program that's open on the screen now is called the Sound Card Scope. By a Zetnitz software company. It's a free program. However, they look for contributions, and I think any good, software program ought to be supported. And I think, I don't know, I think the license fee is like $12 or something like that. So if you find it useful, I'd encourage you to donate to it. So what I'm doing with this particular video is just demonstrating the software for the most part. In the part 2, I'll utilize you actually utilize a flute and show you what you can hear in a flute. The Oscilloscope program can be rather intimidating because there's so many different things you can adjust and everything else. And right now you're seeing my voice bouncing around on the screen. Over here we have an amplitude adjustment, and so you can adjust it higher or you can go lower where it's a little less sensitive. And that's the an important control, and one of the few that you need to know about. Let's say that you're recording a sound and you would like to capture the waveform over in this window. All you have to do is hit the run and stop button. So right now, well, I'll show you. I'll make a tone here. This is 440A. We'll adjust the amplitude a little bit. And let's say we wanted to capture and save that waveform. All we have to do is hit the run stop button. And you'll see how it pops up a save button, so you click on save and you can save that picture. It saves it in color and in black and white. This particular screen, I don't use it very often. However, you can get a flavor for the quality of the sound coming out, how true sinusoidal it is. And I'm not saying that a flute should have this waveform. In fact, it's kind of interesting because many people that are looking for flutes are actually, they want that super clear sound. It's okay. I like a flute which has harmonics, which has a little more voice, but a lot of my flutes, because the really clear ones sound, the clear ones sell better, I will create most of my flutes to try and get a real pure sine wave. Anyway, I'll demonstrate that in the next video also. One of the more valuable screens in this software, that's the Oscilloscope tab. If you go to the Frequency tab, the Frequency tab, when I'm not speaking, this is just noise in the shop. I've got a very sensitive microphone, and that's just noise in the shop. If we turn on the 440, you get a very precise spike. Now, down here in this area is a box called Total Harmonic Distortion. Now, Total Harmonic Distortion, somehow people don't want a flute with distortion. So in a way, the tab is misleading. Total Harmonic Distortion could also mean rich in harmonics, which sounds much more positive. Anyway, I find that's a very valuable number, and I'll show you why. Most flutes, they'll fall in the range between 150 hertz and about 1800 hertz. So we're going to turn that on, and I'd like you to kind of watch that harmonic distortion. That's 440. There's a pure spike, except when I talk. And the number down here is less than 5. Actually, it's less than 1. I'll go down to 150 cycles. That's close to 150 cycles. Harmonic distortion is a little less than 2. We'll go up to 1800 cycles. That's 1800 cycles. You can see it's just below the 2000 there. Very clear single line. Harmonic distortion is less than 1. Here's what it looks like on the oscilloscope. That jittering is the noise in the shop, my heat system and one thing or another. And if we go down to 150 cycles, pretty clean sine wave. Alright, we'll go back to the frequency tab, and let me just grab a flute. Actually, I'm going to wait and build that into the next video. We'll actually do a flute showing you what a flute can look like. I'll try a couple other manufacturers' flutes so you can kind of compare them a little bit, and we'll go from there. I think that about does it for today, or for this particular video. I hope you find it helpful. It can be a little confusing, but you can get both software programs and begin to play with them. And then I think in the next video you'll realize how useful this tool can be.